must get out of your efforts you'll be making in the pre-primary section. So today we'll speak about the primary classes. See, all my talk is focused on the teachers and the management who are monitoring the day-to-day operations. Now, primary class is the most difficult class in terms of the knowledge or in terms of the child's ability to grow. Now, the most difficult class is for the child, not for the teacher. For the teacher, we will come in a different way. Now, why the child will have the basic foundation here, particularly focused on reading and writing skills. So now in the primary section, we have from grade 1 to grade 5. We are talking about from grade 1 to grade 5. Now, grade 1 child who you are having now is the child who has learned ABCDs, learned a few oral things, and maybe in the UKG, he just learned a 2-letter word or sometimes a 3-letter word. But sentence formation, all those things are the ones which he know already in a oral way, that is the communication, words or questions or interrogations or chain drills. All these things are not related to the textbook material what is available. Instead, it is being practiced as a language for the child. This is what he knows. And what is the next level? He knows the 2-letter and 3-letter words. Now, in grade 1, the child will learn with how to make a sentence using these 2-letter and 3-letter words. This is a grade 1 child. Now, you have on the other end a grade 5 child who is almost skilled in reading and writing, and he is ready to get into the next level. He is grade 6. He is waiting to be a grade 6 grown up child, wherein the school will recognize the child as a higher grade child. He is waiting for that. So the two extremes are there with the teachers here. Once again, a different kind of challenge. Now, this is the situation lying with the teachers. So now we have subject teachers here, which was not there in the pre-primary section. Maybe you have a special Telugu teacher, a language teacher for English or Hindi or Urdu, as well as we have a specialized teacher for science, social, mathematics, whatever the subjects you are having. Now, these things were not there before. So, some of the schools, what they does is, for grade 1 and grade 2 also, they will have a mother teacher. One more change we will see here is that till now the students are used to for a half day school. Now suddenly we are getting into a full day school. So this is also a change where the child has to accept and understand, and the teacher has a challenge to make this child sit for the whole day. This is one part. This is the reason that we face many difficult situations, and many a times what happens is particularly this grade 1 and grade 2 becomes randomized because the children are used to a half day. Now we are making them to sit full day. The other part is children are used to a one mother teacher where they are attached to her and they are happy with her and they have confidence in her. Now they are used to a different subject teachers for each subject. So to avoid this situation, many schools what they does is even in grade 1 and grade 2 they will have a mother teacher for this 3 or 4 subjects which we have: mathematics, English, and EVS, and sometimes some other additional subjects like Islamic studies and others. Yes, we also adopt the same procedure. For grade 1, we have mother teacher, that is compulsory. From grade 2, also we try to have mother teacher, but last year we did not have. We could manage without that. Now, in this period, in this section, what is the purpose and where the teacher need to focus? Now, I am talking about the grade 1 particularly, wherein children are learning to form the sentences, children are learning to write the full sentence, maybe starts copying and developing a good handwriting, and whatever new things are coming across, they are learning. So the priority here remains is that uh, teacher must make the children good in reading and writing skills. So as the class grows, the focus or you must be strict, more strict. Maybe in grade 1 you might not be that much strict, and grade 2 and 3 you will be more strict. By the time they come to grade 3, they must be good in writing on their own. Writing reminds me something. This is here where you will make the children write in a proper way, present in a proper way, with capital letters, with punctuations, with spellings, whatever it is. Now, it is not that initially you'll give them a chance, a free hand as an encouragement to do mistakes. Later on, you'll try to be strict on that. No, this way, what you are doing is you are first training them in a wrong direction, then you are telling them that no, you were in a wrong direction, now you please come back and go in a right direction. This will make the situation more difficult, because the child is a blank paper, white paper. Whatever you write, that will be the permanent impression. Now if you permit them in a wrong direction, then you say that no, now you have to be correct in punctuations. Now you have to be correct in spelling. Initially, I gave you a chance to do some mistakes as an encouragement to focus on writing. Then you are doing something like on a blank paper, you are first writing something and you are trying to erase it with your eraser, then you are trying to write a new thing, which is a difficult task. So what I say is you don't allow them to do such mistakes during writing. It the same thing applies them in reading skills also. Like in grade 1 you will have little bit focus on reading, that is the priority. On in second grade you will be more tight, and there the child must almost complete his reading skills. Now the writing skills are on the way, I can say half the way. Here you will develop the child's writing in a good way. See, before when we started with the pre primary, we were more focused on listening and speaking skills. Of course, recognition and writing was also there, but we completed the listening and speaking skills. That is the reason now the child is able to communicate in English and also listen to the teacher without hassle and respond in a correct way. Now, here, what we are doing is the reading and writing skills we are going to complete. By the time grade 3, now the teacher and the management must be able to complete the writing and reading skill. Now, this way, we complete all four skills. LSRW method, which is taught in B.Ed, you can say here we have completed listening, speaking, reading, and writing. This is the LSRW. So, as the child has come to grade 3, the child is almost complete with the essential skills and the foundation required for the child to grow with a higher speed and focus towards more writing and reading skills. Sometimes what happens is Now the child realizes new potentials and new power. So you'll find some of the children in your class, they are becoming hyperactive, or they are very fast in grasping. And these hyperactive children, now they becomes a problem sometimes for the teacher. No, what I say is these hyperactive children are not at all a problem. They are the most active and the best students of the class. Now, why they trouble the teacher? That is because for two reasons. One is that the teacher doesn't match the speed of the learning of this child. It doesn't mean that teacher is not fast enough. It means that teacher is programmed and she has equipped herself with the average student skills. Yani majority of the class, what they require, she has prepared in that way. Her lesson plans, her delivery methods, her communication techniques, all are prepared according to the average child in the class. Now, similarly, there might be some children who are slow in reading or learning or writing, whatever it is. For them, we sometimes take a special extra class at the end of the school to improve their skills. Now, the what we'll do with the hyperactive children? Hyperactive children, problem is that you will find them mostly in grade 4, grade 5. The problem with them is that they learn very fast. Now, once they learn very fast, what to do next? What to do next? They don't have anything, so they will start on their own by troubling the child who is beside, a child who is at the front, or they themselves start doing some activity and trying to involve other children. Now, what I say to handle this hyperactive children is you have to keep them engaged. Now, I repeat, before I don't know whether I have said this or no, maybe in previous talks, in some time old, I have said that the basic funda here is in dealing with the children, whether it is a grade 4, grade 5, or whatever it is, that you keep the child busy, you keep the child engaged. Otherwise, the child will keep you busy in his own way. That is the formula applied in general to everyone and in particular to hyperactive child. So you'll have to find ways in engaging these kind of children. Okay, now the situation is improving. The learning skills are more and more, and now children are on their own. From grade 4 onwards, in our school, we generally apply that the child must understand and answer the question on his own. We don't dictate answers for the questions given in the uh, chapter, end of the chapter, or any question that teacher is dictating. We don't dictate answers. Children must come with their own answers. They will, teacher will first ask them. This is applied for grade 4, grade 5 onwards. Teacher will ask them the answer first in a oral way. They will take it in a oral way. Once the correct answer is established from one or two children or three, four, whatever it is, once the class realizes the correct answer, then they will have to write down on their own. So there might be some difference in answering of uh, different children in the class, but no problem. Sometimes parents come back saying that teacher has put a correct mark for an incomplete answer also. Then this becomes the responsibility of the management to handle such parents, saying that yes, now your child is on his own with his self confidence and the learning what he had gained till now, till this class. So, in that case, you might find initially that the child might not yani, do or complete the answer. So, in that case, you need not worry. As the year ends, the child will take control of whatever weakness the child is having now. The one more thing what we must do is we must apply some skills or apply some methods in the class wherein to improve the children's reading and writing skills. Maybe many times what happens is uh, the staff or the teacher throw the class open for reading purpose. Now, in that, what happens is the teacher doesn't get involved into that one. She will leave the whole class saying that, okay, you please open your lesson number so and so, lesson number 3, whatever it is. And today we will have the reading practice. So you start reading on your own. Now, on their own, I don't know how many children will read all by themselves. Here, teacher must apply some skills, some methods. Like in our school, we apply that one by one child will start reading the lesson on a round robin basis. Now, if the teacher must be alert enough to see that who is following and who is not following. What happens is the one child will stand and start reading. The other children must follow in their textbook what the child is reading. And they must alert the teacher raising their hand if the child makes a wrong pronunciation or reads something wrong. This is one thing. And in this case, some children might not focus, might be out of the class, mind absent, body present situation. Like if the teacher realized that some of the children are or someone is in that situation, you must immediately stop the child there, the one who is reading, and ask that uh, child who is not focusing to stand up and continue the reading from where the child has stopped. Then you'll realize whether the child is following or not following. This way, the children will be more alert for what is happening in the class and they'll follow regularly. This is one type of reading skill which the teacher must apply for the whole class. So you can have such uh, other methods also wherein children will focus seriously on the lesson to get a good reading habit. Maybe yani, you can say a word and say that on page number, everybody let us open page number 13, and the teacher will say a word, say presentation, and the children must find that word presentation, and whoever has found, they can raise their hand. In this way, they will develop a better skill there for reading. Similarly, we can utilize for the writing also. There will be many more methods to improve their reading skills. On the same lines, we must improve the writing by copywriting, by giving them some small story writing and different ways. So why we are talking about these two things? Because these two things are the things which we need to improve in these students. See, one thing I want to tell here is that this is the foundation period. Foundation period means every child uh, is gaining knowledge, improving on the listening, speaking, reading, and writing skills. Not only this, using these uh, tools, they are becoming fond of some subject. Maybe by grade 5, you'll realize that some child is good with science, some child is good with Hindi, with English, and someone else is with maths, maybe social also. So here, these children will develop likeness towards some kind of the subject. Now, why I'm talking this one? This is because the teacher must support those children. For example, someone starts liking mathematics, then the teacher must support fully that child who is interested in mathematics. Many a times what happens is, in some particular school you'll realize that grade 6, grade 7 children are not interested in maybe in social studies. That is because the lower grade their foundation is not strong in social. That is the reason you'll find a common problem. This brings one thing to the management as well as the teacher. If you find some common problem with the children, for example, in grade 6 many children are not happy with mathematics or doesn't show interest in mathematics, that means in lower grades their foundation is not strong in mathematics. So in this case the management has to realize that we need to improve in this subject. For that what is required they have to do, maybe they will train the teacher to improve her personal skills or communication skills, or practicing of maths is not being done, or whatever it is. No, this is the grade 1 to grade 5 is the most crucial period of the child. Like what we say is, if you are trying to construct a building, this is the foundation time. Yani the more stronger your foundation is, the more you can have the floors of the building. So the foundation you have to make strong for the children. Now, in making foundation strong, you'll also have to build their self confidence. And in that case, you need to appreciate at various levels and encourage them. Like I said, during the grade 4, for uh, writing down answers, children have their own answers. So we need to encourage them. And some child who has given perfectly complete answer, you need to appreciate them. Appreciation and encouragement are very serious points. No teacher must forget this. These are the things always child is waiting for. So these are the small children, still they are happy with small encouragements and appreciations. So you will have to continue that. Now, many things children has learned in the school, you'll also have to encourage and start to asking children to correlate with their day-to-day lives. Like for example, if you are talking about different types of leaves, then you need to ask the child that while coming to school, how many types of leaves you have seen on your way. Similarly, you must encourage children to not only read their textbook, read outside the textbook also. Maybe while coming, they will read the signboards or the boards written for different shops, or also start reading the newspaper and headings and things like that. No, we are preparing the children to get into the next level of grade 6, 7, and 8. That is, we need to give them all the tools, all the confidence, and all the knowledge they require. In our school, we also conduct a knowledge fair, an annual fair, wherein children will start presenting their models, their topics, their theme of interest. Here, we don't select a few handful. This will be a 2 day knowledge fair wherein each and every child from grade 1 to grade 10 participates in this knowledge fair. Now, initially on day 1, children will have hesitation, children will do mistakes in presenting whatever it is, particularly grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 children, they'll have some hesitation. But on the second day, you'll realize that they are good in their presentation. Now, as an encouragement here, what we do is we have a feedback star rating from the visitors. So every child will have a form. Once the child presents that one, the child will ask the visitor to put the stars, maybe a 5-star rating for the best presentation, and to sign. This way, we will collect end of the day how many stars that particular child has gained. This becomes an encouragement for that child to present the best way possible and to present each and every visitor. So, all day without hesitation, without sitting sometimes, children will be presenting non stop. Once this, on the first day, once they complete this, they will be experts in the second day. Maybe the child is of a grade 2 of 6 years, but the child will be presenting to the elders of 20, 30 years, maybe grandpas, with as an expert they will be presenting it. You can see some of our videos, but I say that you try yourself, you'll realize that children how they will be confident and expert in communicating with using this knowledge fair. Every year we conduct this one, and many children they benefit a lot out of this one. I think some basic points and the foundation time of the child, what is required, I have already mentioned. Now, I wait with some of our viewers. If there is any question, you can pose on me. Maybe in a written form or in an audio form. Or someone can raise the hand if required.
Sir will be giving more practical solutions for your questions. You can type down.
Yeah, if someone feels that some elaboration is required or some misunderstanding has happened or something which I have left, you can ask on those points.
But your talk is very clear, sir. So much of your talk has been taken and understood by the teachers. So they may not be having any doubt. Only they have
That's
to,
great.
yes, they have to implement it in their classroom situations. So
Yes,
very practical things you have given, and by experience only all these things will come. If they have noted down the same thing, they can implement immediately once the academic year starts. So
yes,
Jazakallah for sharing all these thoughts early morning, rising up. The speakers are also sacrificing, and listeners are also sacrificing. And when the program is in Urdu, first many non-Muslim sisters are also there listening, though it is not for them to understand, but still they show their presence in the group and listen to it. Thank you for this cooperation. And these things are more useful. You can recommend others also to join. All teachers from any other schools also. And tomorrow also again we are having program in Tamil and English. So with that we are ending this session. Subhanallah bihamdi, subhanakallahumma bihamdika, ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik.
Assalamu alaikum.